we're going to talk about manufacturing companies.
Perfect.
And how they use their CRMs, their systems, etc. So for companies in that industry, manufacturers, they actually make stuff. What are the big concepts they should keep in mind when it comes to their CRM and what's around it?
Actually, with regards to the CRM, there are a few things that they need to take into consideration. So one of them is, a CRM is not an ERP. So manufacturing companies, they need to realize that those two tools are actually two different tools, and they serve very two different purposes. So they need to focus their CRM on everything related to the customer contact. So to get a good visibility, good understanding of their customers, so the 360-degree view of their customers is really important. And then after that is pretty much facilitate any interactions that they can have with their customers using a solid CRM.
And you mentioned the ERP. So what are let's say, the things that together the ERP and the CRM working together, that can be leveraged by these manufacturers to get the best returns?
So actually what we see to be the best combination in with a few of our customers is actually their ERP interconnected to their CRM. And the reason why it's so powerful because it brings the two sides together. So an ERP is really structured, it's really defined. It's used to manage all of your production, your inventories, also any type of supplies that are currently in transit to be produced and to be shipped. So very robust, very strict, very structured. On the other hand, the CRM aspect will give you the flexibility to have that more of human touch, that more customer-centric approach to how you handle your customers. So when you connect the two together, you have a very positive customer experience supported by a very efficient manufacturing machine.
Okay. And can we get into a bit more detail, things that are more tangible? Going one level down, types of automations, applications, integrations they should focus on with their CRM to help their companies the most?
Yeah. Actually, one of the first thing is just to bring to the customer-facing teams comprehensive information about what's going on in the production plant. So just to bring back information about invoices, orders, status of a specific order. If you bring it into the CRM when a customer calls, it's very, very easy for that person to have the information they need, or when they interact with the customer to have a better understanding of what's the status of the account, what's going on. So that's kind of one of the key thing. The other thing after that is really related to how you manage your business and how you manage the churn. Because if in your CRM you leverage those reporting capabilities and alerts, then if you're expecting 100K a month from a certain customer, the following month it falls short to 50K, then you actually easily can have an alert to say that customer's revenues have dropped by more than 20%, so you should investigate. Usually that will give you some very good insights on what's going on in the market, as well as basically to see if maybe another competitor is actually eating at one of your customers.
Okay, and when you're talking about the customer-facing side of the company, you mean sales, you mean customer support, you mean what teams can use a CRM to get their company to the next level?
So actually everybody, usually inside sales, direct sales people, with manufacturing companies, channel management people, channel managers actually are also people that can leverage a CRM, because the majority of, a lot of the manufacturing companies actually, they do business through a network of distributors. So to have a good understanding of who are your big end customers, as well as how to efficiently manage your distribution network, those are two things that a CRM can actually help you do very nicely.
Okay, how exactly?
So how it's insights on the business. When you're managing your distribution network, you need to know who handles what, like which customer is actually handled by which distributors, what type of business flows through which type of distributors. The CRM allows you to have that granularity and to bring the information to life for the people to manage it. It's really in the reporting and dashboard capabilities that you'll see the big benefits there. is really what we call having the 360-degree view of the customer. So you can have the same thing about your distributors. And the other also very good, big advantage is with a properly set CRM, you can actually build relationships between those people. So you can actually pivot very rapidly what's going on and who does what. So that provides you even more insights into your business.
Okay. So if I'm trying to put these things together, your different sales teams, inside sales, external sales, partner managers, customer service, have all the information related to their customers in the CRM. It's connected to the ERP, so you also have the ordering flow, etc., the details, and that enables them to sell better and service better.
Yep. No, precisely. It's for a lot of manufacturing companies, the market dynamics is actually quite complex. So, and I'll give you the example of one of the customers we've been working with. They actually, historically, they were doing a kind of very large, big building projects. And they were always doing those projects via a specific distributor. By implementing a CRM, what they've been able to do now is they can now track those projects themselves and have a lot more direct interactions with the actual builder, who's the general contractor is, what's the status of that project, and be able to themselves lead their growth with those large building constructions. And without a CRM, they did not have that ability because they were somewhat blind to what really was going on in the market. Now, with the CRM, it brings everything to light, enabling the actual executives to take decisions and then realign their sales force and their activities.
All right. So where appropriate, their inside teams have all the information they need. They can push some of that out to their partners who need it, and they're also fed information by their partner because they're connected to their CRM. All right. Sometimes small improvements, and we went a bit into the details. We wouldn't go too far. I do want to pick a very small, concrete example. So sometimes small improvements can generate big results.